Good evening. Welcome to Sleepy Time Yoga with the Reading Public Library System. My name is Miss Amy, or Amy Sharkey. I'm a yoga teacher in the area. I'm at a whole bunch of different libraries, Mifflin, Sinking Spring, Wyomissing, and of course the wonderful Reading Library System. And also a special educator. I teach early intervention for a company called Step by Step Pediatric Therapy. And I work mostly with kids birth to 3, but around the age of 2 with some behavior issues, newly diagnosed children with autism and their families. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about some calming strategies to use with little ones, but it works for everyone. And we always talk about setting up the yoga space as well before we get into our book and we get into the yoga practice. To set up a yoga space, you don't need anything fancy. A towel, a mat if you have one is great, or even a blanket. If you have real young ones, they might even have a favorite blanket. This is my cat yoga pose blanket. That was a gift. It's just super soft, and as soon as I put it on my lap, it kind of helps me to start to relax and grounds me. Wearing something comfy, PJs. Wear your pajamas for yoga. It's a great thing to do. And you don't just have to do this class in the evening, you could do it at nap time as well. Having less distractions. I do have 3 children in the home today, so you might hear them, but I have some soft music playing in the background to kind of buffer out any noises. Comfortable temperature in the room. I'm going to grab a little bit of an oil that I like to smell. And you could use something as simple as even Vicks Vapor Rub. The eucalyptus rub, you could put a little bit of that on your little one if they like that. Put it on their chest, maybe baby lotion, really anything. And take a couple deep breaths in and out. For taste, let your jaw relax. For older kids, sometimes I'll give them a Tic Tac or a mint for them to start class with, to really focus on those senses and the sense of taste. So we did sight, clearing some of the clutter, having a space for you to sit that's comfortable and without too many distractions. Sound, music, any type of lullaby, quiet music in the background. Scent, a hand lotion or an oil or something that smells good to your little one that can help them to relax. Taste. Let your jaw be soft. And then finally, touch. A comfy blanket, comfy shirt or PJs. And then you're ready for yoga practice. For the kids class, I like to start with this ball, and this is a breathing ball. I'm going to come a little closer so you can see it clearer. This is my breathing ball, and when you breathe in, this is what your lungs do. They expand really big. And when you breathe out, they start to go down. Breathing in big. You can even make a soft sound, breathing in, breathing out. 2 more, we do 5 breaths total. Breathing in and breathing out. 1 more time, breathing in and breathing out. 5 deep breaths helps to reconnect with ourselves, helps to relax our system, and helps to let go of any negative thoughts and negative feelings. It takes 5 breaths to change them the other way. Let's put on a smile as we get ready to start. Hands are at your heart, and we begin by bowing and saying namaste. Namaste. And that means I love you, you love me, and we love and respect all things. Warming up today, we're going to warm up with our nighttime flow, our relaxing flow, and it starts with cat and cow. So your hands are on the mat, your knees are on the mat, and moving between cow, you drop your stomach, look up at the moon, lift your tail and move. Cat, keep those arms straight and curl your back like a Halloween cat, head and tail down. And I'm going to turn this way so you can see me from the side. Cow, drop your belly, lift your head and tail, moo. Cat, curl your back, head and tail down, meow. Child's pose. Now, some of these poses we are going to do in our story tonight. Child's pose, sitting all the way back on your heels, and then reaching your hands, coming to lay all the way down on your mat. Relaxing your body as you take a few breaths in and out. Child's pose, cow, moo, cat, meow. Thunderbolt, sitting back on your feet. Hands are in your lap. This is Thunderbolt, a very strong and powerful pose. Lifting your chest and then coming up on your knees. Maybe a little back bend, like a half moon you might see outside. Thunderbolt, cow, moo, cat, meow. Child's pose, knees wide, big toes touch, sit back. Resting down. And then walking your hands back up, Thunderbolt. Last time. Reaching tall, breathe in. Thunderbolt, breathe out. Cow, breathe in, moo. Cat, breathe out. And your little one will catch on as you start to do this more. One more cow, breathe in. And child's pose, breathe out. We always start class with our bedtime flow. And now that we're nice and relaxed, we're ready to start our book. And our book today is The Napping House, where everyone is sleeping. There is a house, a napping house, where everyone is sleeping. And if you look at the page, it's kind of dark and rainy out. Let's see who's in this house. And in this house, there is a bed, a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. There's Grandma and Nana sleeping. A couple animals you might see sleeping. Kitty cat, child. Looking all around, don't miss anybody. And on that bed, there is a granny, a snoring granny on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. There she is. See her hand on her belly? Oh, these guys are still sleeping, aren't they? Somebody's starting to wake up. Granny. So to do Granny, we are going to put one hand on your belly or on your heart, just like Granny did. And you can sit in Thunderbolt with your feet underneath or crisscross in easy pose. And when you breathe in, Take a deep breath in. Do you feel your chest open up? And breathe out. Now, can you snore like Granny? It might tickle a little bit. Try it again. Snoring Granny one more time. Very good. Do you remember who we saw starting to wake up? Let's see if you're right. And on that Granny, there is a child, a dreaming child on a snoring Granny on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. Who's starting to wake up? I know you saw who's starting to wake up, but first let's come into child's pose, that dreaming child. Just like we did in our sleepy time flow, our knees are wide and big toes touch underneath. Really important that you watch your little ones that they don't W sit. Hands come to the mat. Keep your tail on your feet and reach your hands in child's pose. And if it feels good, you could take a snore like Granny. And walk your hands back up. And I know you saw who's next. And on that child, there is a dog. A dozing dog on a dreaming child on a snoring Granny on a cozy bed in a napping house where? Yes, everyone is sleeping. That bed's starting to get awfully full. Who do you see waking up? Kitty cat. Before we come into cat, let's do a little up dog and down dog. To start, your hands come on the mat and your legs go back. This is up dog. Looking up, your tail is down. Now coming into down dog, lift your tail. Look at your toes, lift your tail and wiggle out your tail. Let me hear you. This is down dog. Come into up dog. Drop your knees. Drop your hips. Start to look up. Little puppies. One more down dog. Look at your toes. Wiggle your tail. Big barks. Press your hands. Look at your hands. Have a seat. And on that dog, there's a cat. A snoozing cat on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring Granny, on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. This bed is getting too full. Look at that. Look at everybody. Wow. And over here, we have two little things left. One is right there. Do you see what it is? It is. It's a little mouse, and the other one is right there. Let's see what happens. Show me you're ready. And on that cat, there is a mouse. A slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring Granny, on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. Now, I didn't forget cat pose. You might have thought I did, but we are going to do cat and mouse at the same time. Look at how comfy they look. And over here. Doesn't look like there's anybody over there, does it? Except for one little guy who got a little closer. Cat and mouse. Now we did cat for our sleepy time bedtime flow. So let's try this again. Cat, curl your back. Meow. Mouse, you are gonna hide. Shh. Like child's pose, but your knees are in. Shh. Hide all the way down. Be really, really quiet. You could even bring your arms along your side and get really tight in your mouse hole. Squeak, squeak. Come back up. Hands to the mat. Stretch your back, kitty cats. Have a seat in Thunderbolt. Don't forget your blanket. Now let's see what happens with that little bug. That little bug is called a flea. And that's what animals get on them sometimes. It really bothers them. They bite and makes them itch. And on that mouse, there is a flea. Can it be a wakeful flea on a slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed in the napping house where everyone is sleeping? Everyone except for the flea. He's not sleeping, he's awake. Come real close. You can see him. Now there's nobody else over here. But what do you think's gonna happen with that wakeful flea? He's not sleeping. All right, well, let's see. A wakeful flea who bites the mouse. Squeak! Yikes. Who scares the cat? Oh boy. Who claws the dog? Who thumps the child? Thump! Whoa! That one little bug, that one little flea sure did make a lot of noise. Who bumps the granny? Whoa! Who breaks the bed? Uh-oh. Nobody looks too upset though, do they? I don't know if my house, I'd be happy if somebody broke their bed. In a napping house where no one is sleeping. And now they're all outside ready to have some fun. The Napping House by Audrey Wood, illustrated by Don Wood. And that's a great book that you can check out at the Reading Public Library and read to your little one. They can act out what we just did with our yoga poses. And then you can return it and take out another new book. So let's practice some of the poses that we did with our Sleepy Time Yoga flow before we really get comfortable and relaxed for Miss Amy's guided relaxation. So first we started in Thunderbolt, sitting back strong. Come all the way up. If it feels good, you can take a deep breath in and out. Cow, moo. Cat, meow. Cow, moo. Child's pose, knees wide, toes touch, sit back. Child's pose. And just for fun, snoring grannies. Snoring in. Choo. Choo. Cow. Moo. Cat. Meow. Cow. Moo. And thunderbolt, sitting back. Breathe in and breathe out. Feeling relaxed. Now today, for Miss Amy's guided relaxation at the end, we're going to do something a little different. And if you can't do it right now, I encourage you to watch this video again and practice it again. But I want your little ones to put their legs up against something. It could be the wall, it could be the sofa, it could be a chair. And I would like you to join your little one as well. Get your comfy blanket. Maybe you even have a buddy or a stuffed animal that you can do your yoga with. And now put your legs up. And if that feels good, you could even put them all the way up. Yes, Miss Amy's legs are a little long. But this is just a different way to relax, especially kids as they fidget and move around. You could put their feet flat on the wall, the headboard, or on something they can push their feet against to help them ground so they're able to relax. Put your hand on your belly like the snoring granny. I know it's kind of hard to relax, isn't it? But let's try. Close your eyes. And at the end of our book, there was a big rainbow over the house. So with your eyes closed, your hands are on your stomach. Your feet are grounded. Let's take a rainbow breath. Here we go. Breathing in red. Breathing in orange. Breathing in yellow. Breathing in green. Breathing in blue. And finally, breathing in purple. Breathing in all of the colors of the rainbow. Think about it forming above you, shining bright. And slowly breathe out. Gently bring your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a hug. I always like it when my kids say, I love myself, so you can say that too. I love myself. And gently come on your side. Pressing yourself up like you're still very sleepy and relaxed, ready for nap or ready for bedtime. One more big breath together. Breathe in. Calm and sleepy. Thank you for joining me today for the Napping House. I hope that this helps to have your little one find some sleep. Together, our hands come to our heart and we wish each other happiness and health as we say the word namaste. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Please rewatch this with your little ones. They will get used to it as they see it again and again and practice again and again. I will see you in April. Take care.